In what is being described as yet another headline-grabbing move, Meghan Markle found herself blocked by security after showing up uninvited at the set of Live with Kelly and Mark. According to inside sources close to the studio, the Duchess of Sussex attempted to gain entry to the show's Manhattan studio on Tuesday morning without prior scheduling or authorization, prompting producers to call in additional security and bar her from entering. The incident has reignited criticism over Meghan's alleged pattern of entitlement and disregard for media protocol, with many seeing this as a desperate ploy for attention after her recent string of failed projects and dwindling public support. The unexpected appearance shocked the Live staff, many of whom had no prior knowledge of Meghan's visit. One crew member, speaking under anonymity, said she just showed up with a couple of aides like she was about to be welcomed with applause. No call, no booking, nothing. It was bizarre and completely unprofessional. While there has been no official comment from ABC or the show's co-hosts, sources suggest the hosts were notified of her presence and were left stunned by the situation. This incident fits a growing pattern in Meghan's post-royal career, an unpredictable streak of high-profile appearances and media maneuvers that critics argue are more about preserving her relevance than contributing meaningful content. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, Meghan has repeatedly made headlines not for philanthropic achievements or substantial media work, but for contentious interviews, alleged staff mistreatment, and Hollywood flops. Her Netflix deal with Prince Harry has produced lukewarm results, and her Spotify podcast Archetypes was quietly discontinued after one season amid criticism over production quality and lack of genuine content. The morning show stunt, however, is particularly bold even by her standards. American talk shows operate on tightly controlled schedules, and guest appearances are typically planned weeks in advance. For Meghan to appear uninvited not only breached standard industry protocol but also suggested a belief that her name alone would guarantee her airtime. "There's a level of arrogance there," said a veteran media consultant. "It's not how this business works. You can't just walk into a live set and expect a seat on the couch." Observers note that this may reflect the continuing unraveling of the public image Meghan has tried to craft since leaving the royal family. Once embraced as a symbol of modern royalty and a champion of progressive values, she has increasingly been cast as combative and self-serving. From her bombshell Oprah interview, which infuriated Buckingham Palace, to her reported rifts with streaming partners and media executives, Meghan has consistently generated controversy wherever she goes. "She wants the platform of royalty without the responsibility," said royal biographer Angela Levin. And when Hollywood doesn't treat her like a queen, she reacts with these attention-seeking moves. Adding fuel to the fire is the timing of her attempted appearance. Sources close to the Live production team say there was no scheduled segment that would have accommodated Meghan, nor any conversation about a possible guest slot in the coming weeks. "It seemed like she was hoping for a spontaneous feature," another staffer shared. But that's not how it works. Even surprise appearances require coordination. "We're a live show, not a red carpet." This approach, according to critics, is emblematic of Meghan's media strategy: bold, unpredictable, and often lacking in professional courtesy. Some analysts argue that her status as a public figure has transitioned from that of a celebrated actress and royal to more of a media provocateur, someone who generates conversation not through artistic or charitable success but through spectacle. The online reaction has been swift and divisive. While some fans on social media defended Meghan's assertiveness and accused the show of elitism, many others saw it as another example of her purported entitlement. "She's not Princess Diana. She's not Oprah. She doesn't just get to drop in wherever she wants," read one widely liked comment on X, formerly Twitter. Meanwhile, media watchdog groups have begun questioning how this pattern of behavior might affect her professional relationships in the industry moving forward. In the wake of this failed appearance, questions loom about Meghan's next move. While her team has yet to release a statement, insiders suggest that the fallout may complicate her ability to secure future media engagements, especially with mainstream platforms that value planning and professionalism. If Meghan truly intends to reshape her public narrative, it may take more than unscheduled appearances and sound bites. It may require the very thing she has often appeared to resist: humility. Until then, the public and the press are left to wonder whether this latest misstep is the result of a poorly planned PR move, or a window into the deeper disconnect between Meghan Markle and the realities of the industry she so desperately seeks to dominate. The fallout from the incident at Live with Kelly and Mark underscores a troubling narrative that's been building around Meghan Markle, an increasing gap between her self-perception and how she is received by the media world she aims to command. While she continues to project an image of a global influencer and humanitarian, her actual influence appears to be waning in the circles that once welcomed her. Industry insiders have begun to question whether her continued missteps are due to poor guidance or a refusal to accept that celebrity access and admiration must be earned, not demanded. More concerning is how these actions are perceived behind the scenes. Several producers and talk show coordinators have reportedly expressed reluctance to work with Meghan, citing unpredictability and control issues. One entertainment executive, speaking to a trade outlet, noted, "There's always drama. Always strings attached. That's not attractive in a guest, especially one who's supposed to bring credibility and class." As this latest headline fades, one thing remains clear. Meghan's path back to mainstream relevance is growing steeper. If she continues down this path of controversial appearances and entitlement-fueled encounters, she risks becoming more of a cautionary tale than a celebrated figure of reinvention.